For the first minute, we're going straight into one of the strangest contradictions of medieval craftsmanship. Medieval carpenters built barns, bridges, beams, and entire roof systems that stood through centuries of storms, winters, and insect pressure, many of which are still intact today. Meanwhile, a lot of modern lumber, coated with commercial sealants, preservatives and specialized finishes, fails in 20 years or less. This isn't nostalgia or romanticism. It's a real, documented difference in material longevity. And when you track down why, the answer points to a substance medieval builders relied on long before industrial coatings existed. It was simple, natural, and incredibly effective. And the remarkable part is that it still outperforms many modern sealants when applied correctly. If you're working on a survival shelter, restoring an old tool, or building outdoor furniture, you'll want to follow the same principle. Start with wood that has air-dried properly. Then apply the warm mixture. If the wood is freshly cut, apply a lighter coat to slow drying and prevent checking, then follow up with deeper applications as the wood stabilizes. This process, though slow, produces timber that's far more resistant to rot than anything treated only with a surface-level sealant. Builders strengthened the protection further by charring the surface before oiling, a technique still unmatched today. In some medieval regions, especially northern Europe, carpenters lightly charred the surface of structural wood before applying their oil resin mixture. The char was not deep. It was a thin carbon layer created by passing a flame quickly across the wood. This carbon layer repelled insects and fungi naturally. Modern builders often associate charring with the Japanese yakisugi technique, but medieval Europeans used a similar practice long before those cultural exchanges. Archaeological timber from medieval granaries and barns still shows this charring and oil combination intact. You can apply this in modern woodworking by gently scorching exterior surfaces with a propane torch, brushing off loose carbon, and then applying warm oil resin. This is exceptionally effective for posts, raised bed frames, exterior beams, cabin siding, and tool handles that face heavy weathering. The method worked because it prevented water intrusion rather than trying to trap moisture inside. Many modern sealants aim to create a plastic-like barrier around wood. Once that barrier is breached, water gets in but can't get out. Rot then accelerates. Medieval sealants worked on the opposite principle: allow wood to breathe while preventing deep water intrusion. The fibres stayed flexible and water evaporated naturally from the surface. This is why thousand-year-old beams inside medieval churches haven't crumbled, despite never being treated with synthetic products. If you're building a shed, bench, or small structure, an oil resin finish protects the wood while still allowing it to release internal moisture. This dramatically reduces long-term decay. Applying this ancient method today provides long-lasting natural protection without modern chemicals. Whether you're a survivalist preparing long-lasting tools, a homesteader trying to protect exterior wood, or a history-focused craftsman who wants authentic preservation methods, this medieval technique is highly practical. Heat your oil resin mixture, apply it warm, allow it to soak, reapply as needed, and maintain it annually or biannually. Each layer bonds with the previous one instead of peeling away. A garden hoe handle can last decades. An outdoor bench can stay stable and rot-resistant for years beyond typical expectations. Even small woodworking projects benefit from this finish. Medieval carpenters didn't rely on guesswork. Their oil and resin preservation method survived centuries of harsh climate, constant use and exposure. It remains one of the most effective natural sealants in existence, outperforming many modern coatings through sheer compatibility with the wood itself. If you want durability rooted in real historical craft, this is one technique worth mastering. For more deep history building methods, practical survival applications, and forgotten craftsmanship, subscribe to Thermal Vault and share this video with anyone who values techniques that stand the test of centuries.